There once was a child whose mother taught him that happiness was the key to life. At school one day, the teacher asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up, and he said, "I want to be happy." She replied to him that he didn't really understand what the question was, and he told her that she didn't understand life. As this mother taught her son the key to life, that is what any parent wants for their children, is to be happy. And I can't help but assume that that's what our Heavenly Father wants from us. He wants us to be happy, not gloomy or miserable. He wants us to enjoy life. President Gordon B. Hinckley, he said it best when he said, quote, "In olive living, have much fun and laughter. Life is to be enjoyed, not just endured," end quote. To make the world a better place, we can all be a bit happier. Happiness is a choice, not a given gift. There are many people in the world today who are not happy. Studies show that 1 in 10 adults are on some form of antidepressant. There are definitely people who need the help, and they are getting it. However, too many times we turn back and look for that quick fix. We look outwardly for help when all we need to do is to look within. Harold B. Lee, he said, quote, "Happiness does not depend on what happens outside of you, but on what happens inside of you. It is measured by the spirit with which you meet the problems of life," end quote. Feelings of sadness are natural. Life is full of trials and hardships. Happiness is not the absence of problems, but the ability in how we deal with them. When we change the way we think or our thoughts, we can actually change the way that we feel. So how do we do this? There are 8 steps that I would like to share with you how to achieve a greater happiness in life. Step number 1, surround yourself with happy people and emotionally connect. Believe it or not, happiness is contagious. When we surround ourselves with happy people, we can feel it, and we ourselves become happy. We need that emotional, positive connection with others. When we emotionally connect with other people, it helps the brain, and the best way to do this is to talk with each other face to face and in person. Step number 2, lessen screen time. This is a given. If we are to connect with others, we need to be looking up, not down at our phones or at the computer or watching TV. Many studies have confirmed that too much screen time has damaging effects on the brain, its structure, and its function. Screen time has been also associated with anxiety and depression. Low self-esteem and feelings of inferiority have been linked to social media. Remember, moderation in all things does not just have to do with food. Step number 3, be healthy, exercise, eat right, sleep enough. I am sure you already know all of this. How many times have we heard you need to get enough sleep? When we get enough sleep, it's the time for our bodies to heal. We also need to exercise. And we've all heard that exercise gives us endorphins, which in turn increases our happiness. Maintaining a healthy diet has nothing to do with your size, your weight, your shape, or even the way that you look. It has everything to do with how you feel. If you feel well physically, it helps you feel well emotionally. This is where you always hear moderation in all things. Number 4, have a sense of humor. Dr. William F. Fry from Stanford University has published several studies of the benefits of laughter. One benefit helps with step number 3. In fact, he says, humor, mirth, and laughter are on the side of contributing positively to the maintenances of health and survival, end quote. Research has also shown that people who engage in positive humor in their everyday lives lead happier lives. Elder Boyd K. Packer said, "Find happiness in ordinary things and keep your sense of humor," end quote. Number 5, be optimistic. Countless studies have been conducted on optimism, and the clear majority of them support the same conclusions. Optimism is healthy. Optimists live longer, they have better functioning immune systems, they cope better with the difficulties of life, and even have healthier babies. Number 6, serve and share. Research shows that acts of sacrifice that are motivated by desires to meet another person's needs may result in feelings of happiness. When we share a part of ourselves with others, whether it's monetary value or our time, happiness is sure to follow in both ourselves and those we serve. Number 7, show gratitude. Research shows that when one shows gratitude, it has a positive effect on our happiness. Focusing on our blessings has emotional benefits. Elder Dieter F. Uchtdorf, he said, quote, "The spirit of gratitude brings true joy and happiness," end quote. Number 8, be in tune spiritually. Being spiritual can mean two things. It can mean going to church and being religious, or it can mean relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Both of the definitions of being spiritual contribute to our happiness. An example of the second definition is to take time to meditate and just take a step back from the world. A good example of the first definition is given by Elder Russell M. Nelson when he says, quote, "The Lord's way is the only way for us to experience enduring happiness," end quote. Now that we've gone through the 8 steps, I want you to take a moment and imagine a world where everyone was down and gloomy. A world, let's say, full of Eeyores. Feel the weight on your shoulders as you're walking around and you're feeling hunched over, a feeling of heaviness, both physically and emotionally. Now imagine how the world would be if everyone was happy and just all cheerful all the time with a little bounce to their step, kind of like, let's say, Tigger. A world where everyone got along and were kind, because that is what happens when we're happy. I gave a lot of examples of what we can do to become a happy person. I challenge you to choose one to work on. After you've mastered that one, choose another and another until you feel like you are truly in charge of your happiness. One final thought by President Gordon B. Hinckley. He said, quote, "Do not dwell on unkind things. Stop seeking out the storms and enjoy more fully the sunlight. Even if you are not happy, put a smile on your face. Accentuate the positive. Look a little deeper for the good. Go forward in life with a twinkle in your eye and a smile on your face. With great and strong purpose in your heart. Love life," end quote. So the next time that you're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I hope you say happy. Let us all move forward and start today to choose to be happy.